Hello. Hello. Hi, friends. How's your Friday afternoon or evening going? Friday. It's a fun thing. A lot of people get a weekend. So I hope that's true too. Hey, Dandy girl. I had so much fun with you 2 days ago. So much fun. Hey, Connie. How's it going, sweetheart? Um, Here I am, a few minutes late. That's me. I said it last time. Say it again. I need to get Steph's kind of intro where it's like, come in, get a cup of coffee, grab a martini, maybe a cold beer, maybe some water, and I'll be here in a minute. Really, because um, you know, I I I actually, pro tip for me, everything goes in my Google Calendar and everything has an alert. And I deliberately set appointments of any kind 15 minutes before they're actually going to happen. So that means I generally run 5 to 10 minutes late despite that. But, you know, hey, dandies, did you? Thank you, honey. I do have like a small but dedicated group of regular people who've been coming for a while to my Wednesdays. But this vintage is new. This is new. This is different. And I'm choosing to come on at a little bit later time, like East Coast, it's already 4 o'clock here in, San Francisco Bay Area, California. So there's a lot of other people, the weekends are rocking and rolling at this time of night. So I know that I'm up against other people, like the place where I usually hang out on Fridays, to just picture tells a story. Sandy and Otto with Trisha and Aaron Proctor, the ephemera guy, and Sue Spezio, because it's the Sue Spezio show. And, sometimes a mystery guest. So there's a lot of places you could be. So anyone who's here, I'm good with that. And I have decided to make Fridays laid back, show and tell, throw out a price, and just play with my friends. Like, I want to enjoy it. All life. No, all life. There we go. First blooper. All work and no play made Jack and Jill dull. And I just, shifted it around. But it's true. And I don't get to play very much. My play these days is going thrift shopping and an occasional antique mall, yard sales, and then playing with my stuff and researching it and touching it and going, oop, nope, I can't keep that piece. No, 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 no. Even though, I want to keep almost everything. I'm like, nope, 1 in, 10 out the door. 1 in, 10 out the door. So right before I came on, well, a couple hours, there's this fabulous little place that they've been there forever. They're a type of hospice, and I believe they assist in other countries with vision needs, which is fantastic. They're just a little hole in the wall, and they're only open like 3 or 4 days a week for 4 hours. And I'm just starting to get to know their schedule. So I popped in there because I was like, I have a bunch of stuff, vintage, and some vintage inspired, some beautiful, contemporary, some modern that's just really cheap, just fun to play with. But most of my like really higher quality vintage is stored up at my homestead. So I was like, I don't feel happy with what I got. I'm going to go get some more. So I did. So I did. So, and the other thing I brought today, and then I'll get into like, the whole PayPal pirate ship thing. I brought some vintage buttons, and I'm talking about sewing them on your clothing buttons. I bought these in a lot, and once I knew what they were when I bought them, and once I got them in my hands, I was like, oh my gosh, I remember me and all my friends buying these and sewing them like, where am I? Sewing them, on my shirt, but not for actual like usable buttons. We didn't do that, although lots of people did, but just as like a decoration in a line or as a little, like kind of like a pin, on my jeans, blinging them out. So I thought, I'll show you a few of those because they're really cool. So, all righty then. I'm Lucinda. Hi. This is my Friday, mostly vintage costume jewelry show and tell. Now, when I say costume, I do get some real stones, but it's just not like, blow your mind, Zuni Aztec, Navajo squash, turquoise necklace, or cuffs, or, I don't have that much of that kind of thing. And as I go along, if this becomes more and more like my specialty niche, I will have more and more of that. But when I'm talking costume jewelry and vintage, it's good stuff. It's not junk. I've been watching some other channels and seeing some of what now this is none of you, seeing what they call vintage jewelry, and it's crap. And I can't believe they're selling it. So it's good quality. It's good quality. And what I do today is, like I said, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to show you. I'm going to talk about it. And we're going to love it. And we're going to just drink our water, eat our dinner. And then I'll throw a price out. And if someone's interested, you tell me in the chat, you know what? I'm interested in that. What was the price again? Okay. Then you let me know you want it. And I'll count it down, going 1, 2, 3. And in the middle of 2 and 3, I'll say last call. And then sold. Just really simple. And because it's jewelry and it's small and I have jewelry boxes, I can just put it in a poly. Shipping is cheap. Shipping is cheap. I bill through PayPal and I use pirate ship. So, and if you win something and you don't, you've never purchased anything from me before, you send me your YouTube name, your real name, your address with zip code, and your PayPal email link. Or if you need to check out as a guest, we'll set that up too. This is my email right over here, right over there. So I hope everyone is feeling as good as I am today, because I kind of have a medium fibromyalgia flare, but mentally, emotionally, today's a pretty good day, and I'm going to have a really great, long but beautiful day tomorrow. So that's great. And then on Tuesday, I get to go home for a little while. So yay. Yeah, dandy. 100%, right? 100%. I just want, it's Friday. It's Friday afternoon, evening. I don't want to stress. I don't want like just that formatted stress, bye, black. Well, girl, you do what you need to do. You know, do what you need to do. Okay, so and thank you for sharing me out, Dandy. I don't even know how to do that. Connie, you did not. So you did not, because I have been holding boxes for the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, however long I've been at my dad's, I don't even know. So that at the end of today, I am going to be up here tonight and putting everything in boxes and sending out invoices tonight and tomorrow morning. And then I'm going to ship Monday and Tuesday morning if I have to, on my way up to my homestead. So you didn't miss anything, I promise. And you know, I always try to hold boxes unless someone tells me differently, to save on shipping. So if you ever need something immediately, you email me and you tell me that's a gift or that's something I want by this date, and I'll do it, you know, that next week within 5 days or within 2 days if it's like really extra special. Okay. So I'm going to start off with some pieces that are, I'm going to start off with a piece that is contemporary but is beautiful. I wish I had a chain for it. I don't. But that allows you to decide what you want to do with it, right? Long chain, short chain, just stare at it in fascination, you know. But if I had a chain, I'd put it on my little model over here. So this is fun. This is fun. Oh my gosh. And you know, it's more special than I thought. Let me get this thing out of here. I got boxes up here and all the bubble wrap and the paper. So this is the first thing I'm bringing. And it's more than I thought it was at first. So it's white glass. It's like kind of a little translucent on the front. It's a big solid chunk, but it's glass. I really don't think it's any kind of stone. And then on the back, they put a more solid white. You see how the difference right there? Yeah, so it's 2 layers. So it's like a fused glass, first off. Then you've got this incredible, I have come to love and really respect wire wrapping because it's hard to do it right. And I used to make jewelry. My daughter was really good at it. We took tons of classes. I have so many beads and all the great jewelry tools. But if you don't know how to wrap, the piece looks terrible. So I have come to really respect this process. Here's the back. It looks like gold wire. It looks like real gold wire. Okay. But I don't have a tester, so I can't tell you that like 100% that it's really gold. And there is also now let me just make sure about this. Hold on. I'm never going to tell you wrong. Well, there's also 2 pieces on here. Hold on. That are a silver color, just 2 pieces. I'm not sure why. Now on the front, this piece looks a little worn. On the back, it's not worn at all. And you can see the silver wire wrapping mixed in here with the gold. Now, it's got a really big loop, which is nice. And these stones This is what was surprising to me. I just picked it up because it was a good price. These are real pearls. Those are real pearls. Now, they could, very well be man-made, but they also might be freshwater pearls. So this gray, that's a real pearl. How do I know that? Because I rubbed it against my teeth and it's rough. It's a real pearl. This pink is a pearl. Let me look at it here. Okay, so these, the gray and the peach above it are real pearls. The pink up there is a real pearl. There's also another little tiny gray real pearl. And then there's these old vintage, they undid a necklace and put the Aurora Borealis crystal beads on here and a couple of glass beads. Along with, they did a lot of stuff going on here. These little gold findings. Now, again, those two gold findings, there's one right in the center next to the two big pearls and one up at the top near the pink pearl. Again, they look like real gold. So what I'm going to say about this, to be on the safe side, is that it's electroplated. Most likely. It's the wire might be real gold, might. But the beads, it's probably electroplated with just, like a 10 karat flashed gold, okay? And the wire may be the same thing, or just gold tone. But this piece is so, so pretty. And how big is it? It's pretty big. Let's do what stuff does. It's a good piece. So I'm going to tell you how big it is now that we've gone over all the details. And I really like how they did the translucent and then that. So it's fused. There's just a lot going on. And, yes, it's contemporary. But this kind of contemporary in terms of jewelry, I totally excuse it. It is 1.5 inches, the white square, by 1 inch across. So it's a rectangle, 1.5 inches long by 1 inch across. And then with the wire wrapped loop for the pendant, which is very wide. So you could fit a leather cord or a chain. It would need to be a little bit sturdy of a chain. Is 2 inches. 2 inches. So if anyone was interested, sorry about that. Hold on. Okay. If anyone is interested in this beautiful piece, it would be $20 start. $20 start. And they were really smart picking the gray and the pink and the gold with the pearls. It just all comes together so nicely. So that is the first really fun thing. I just really becoming attracted to wire wrapping and dichroic glass and just glass in general, jewelry like this. It's modern, but I think in 20 years, this kind of stuff is going to be really collectible, artisan made stuff like this. I really do. Okay. And if you think about it or you come in late, put it in the chat. You can also, drop in the chat. I'm just doing a show and tell, but you could drop in the chat. Do you have any blah, blah, blah? And maybe I do, maybe I don't, because I have quite a bit here, but the majority of super collectible pieces that I've had since 2001, 2002 are up at my homestead. But that doesn't mean I don't have stuff here, because I do. Trust me. Okay. This is a simple little piece that I found today. And I was hesitant about it at first because it's gold tone, but then you see the silver edges that go all the way around in the middle and also in the very middle. So there's the middle and then there's the second row. And you see how it has the silver with the gold. When I picked this up, I went over it at the store with a magnifying glass because on the back, all they did was flash plate the metal and it's coming off. So they cheaped out on the back big time because that metal is wearing off on the back. But they did not do that on the front. And it's just your basic clasp. I would say this is a piece probably 70s. On the front, they really did a fabulous job of using good metal plating, electroplating, and they deliberately left off these pieces that cut the coloring there. You see how each one has almost like a little circle where it then goes into silver. And it's very even, and every single one has like a little mark. So it was deliberate. It is not coming off on the front. The front has no wear, and the front is gorgeous. They just, for some reason, decided not to do it on the back to save a little bit of money. This is a beautiful raised, well, dandies around here. It's like a dandelion puff, or, you know, it's your typical starburst or fireworks, you know, you choose. And this piece, if someone was interested, is just $10. It's just $10. I got it at a good price. And, you know, it's middle to low range because of the fact that it's wearing off on the back. In terms of quality, it's 2 inches in diameter. So it's a really nice piece. Let's see if I can get StreamYard to help me out here. It's a good size piece. And $10. And that, if it did not have where it's starting to lose the cheaper plating on the back, this would be $15. I was surprised there was no maker. It's very pretty. It's probably Connie. Connie's in. Yeah, I really love it too. And I was so careful to make sure that that wasn't, you know, just horrible wear, because then I would never picked it up. It's about 3/4 of an inch in the pop, you know, the raised. So Connie's in, and I'm going to say going once. So you'd have to come in at 11 or higher if you were interested. Going once, going twice. Then I'll put in, I could do this with one hand. If I actually, hold on. Yeah, maybe I can't do it. Where'd it go? Hold on. My goodness. Last call. Okay. Going 3 times. Sold to Connie. Nice, Connie. I really think it's pretty. I'm glad you appreciate it. I'm really glad because I like it. And like I said, I was very careful with going over everything because I'm not going to sell you junk. I put sold to. Yeah. Thank you, Connie. Okay. So let's see. I have so much variety of random things to show you. Okay. So just bear with me because really, truly, it's a whole variety of just so many different things. Now, this, oh, it actually has a, well, good Lord. I just now saw this. I've looked at it so many times, and then I won't be able to read it. Huh? And it's just a little pattern like a etched star with additional little petal leaves. I don't know that you'll be able to see that at all. There. It doesn't have, so that's a brand of something, but it doesn't have initials or anything. I wish it showed up better for you. Yeah, I don't know what that is. But so what am I holding in my hand? What's the purpose? What's the point? I love this stuff, okay? And you either do or you don't. Does it have a name on the other side? No. It is this one plastic or glass? Hold on. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. This one's glass. This is glass, greens and blue. These were made in the 50s, and they're really well constructed. They took this, I have a plastic necklace I'm going to show you. They took these, this is glass, so it's higher end. They took these glass, I don't know the name of this double, I don't know the name of that double rhinestone look, and they wrapped it in this metal really tight. And then they have the closed loops with open findings in the middle. And this is a bracelet, and the fact that it's glass with these colors, wow, how pretty. Look at that. I really did not know. Let's see if this will, and I don't know this brand. Now, usually when I've found these and I've owned these and I've worn these throughout, the last 30, 40 years, I think, well, I know because it's glass, it's actually higher end. I just assumed it was plastic till I pulled it up. So I have a small wrist and it just fits my wrist. So it's small. It's small. It's beautiful though. Let me tell you how long it is, and then we cut it in half and you'll know that it is just a little over 7 inches. So that is 3.5 inches diameter. It's a small one. But so that's this piece. And if anyone was interested in this with the glass, 10 is probably worth a little more than that, but that's okay. I'm good with 10. It's and I'm just shocked that it's glass stones. Okay. And then, so this one would be 10. Now, I was grouping it with this, which, hold on. Yeah, which is plastic. This is what I'm used to. Now that I'm grouping it as in, to me, they can go together, but I'm selling them separately. I've shown this before. I think it's beautiful. Again, it's the same thing. It's that, but it's plastic. It's this 1950s older plastic wrapped, encased in the gold colored. It's gold colored. It's certainly not real gold. Really well connected. Now this one, okay, the findings are open. And it's black, blue, red, and white. And despite the fact that it's plastic, it sparkles and it glows. And if I love plastics, I love plastics. So to me, I have fun with this all day long. I used to wear it. I'm trying to find the clasp for you. Is there one? I don't think so. No, because it doesn't need one. It's very long. It drops on me all the way down to right in between here. Because there's no clasp, you couldn't double it. But you could, tie a little knot if you wanted it to be shorter. And it's just fun. And this one, the bracelet is small, even though it's glass stones, and it's got a higher quality maker. This one will shoot dog. Hold on, let me tell you how long it is. Let's go with 17. 34 inches diameter, 34 inches around, 17 inches each side. That's a big piece. This one would be 15. Now let's make it 14. This would be 14. So the bracelet was 12, I think. What did I say? See, now this is where I get into trouble because I'm not writing it down. So let me write it down. Bracelet glass. I just going to say that I said 12 because I don't remember. That was stupid. And then the necklace that could match or not, plastic. And I don't see these that often anymore. And I wish I did. It's 15 if anyone's interested. And I like them. But everyone has what they like and what they don't like. And that's why I'd like to do with the jewelry more of that just kind of show and tell thing, because it's really, it's eclectic. And some people buy for resale. Some people buy for their own collection. People buy for friends. And I just, I just want to be mindful of that everyone has a different taste. Okay. I'm going to show this. I have a lot of stuff I could be showing. Now, this is something I've shown a few times before, and I will write it down. And it is that didn't. It's not helping. It's a Coro. There it is. It's Coro. Now, it's a Coro piece. It's probably from the 60s. And what's interesting to me, and I don't fully understand it, Coro is very high end. But on the back of this Coro, there's like this schmutz, right? And it's not that the metal has worn off, because it hasn't. The metal has not worn off, but there's this black schmutz right there. I have not tried to clean it, but I presume that you could. It is just a really simple but very beautiful. Rubbed is not the right, burnished kind of. 2 colors of silver tone. Really big double bow. And so the thing with Coro is like all that good costume jewelry, where this doesn't wear. This doesn't wear. You'd have to work really hard to take this off. Even though it's not real silver or real gold, they did their plating so well. And it's really a nice piece. I love it. It's a simple Coro piece. It isn't older. At least I don't think it is. And, about 2.5 inches long and 1 inch wide. And if anyone was interested in this piece, today I will sell this for $10. And for Coro, that's a good price. That's a really good price. You know, I could be asking 15, but the simplicity, and I'm in a good mood, and I'd like to move some things. So $10 if anyone's interested. And I am taking a little bit of time in between what I'm doing to keep everything in bags. I went through over the last 2 weeks and put every single piece of my jewelry that's at my dad's in bags so that it stays nice. Because I don't want to be purchasing things and then have them get ruined because they're in a big bowl of stuff. I just, you know. So I'm going to show, this is not, it's older. And it's going to be 20. This is fun. And then I'll show some more vintage. I found some really interesting stuff today. This, boy, I wish it was showing the real color. But you kind of see it in the light. It's cream pearls. They are faux pearls. They are not real pearls. They are painted pearls, black glass beads with silver spacers. It's got that older jewelry smell. It is double knotted in between. But the reason, let me just be sure about this. Yeah, there's scratching on the pearls. So they're painted. They're done well, but they are, yeah. Okay. So you want to watch for, I'm sorry, this is moving all over the place. And let me get it. When you pick up pieces like this, you want to pay attention to if it's a real pearl or not. You can rub it on your teeth and it'll be rough. You can also just tell by the weight. And if you examine these individually and you start seeing little scuffs and discoloration, it's because they're painted. So someone took an old costume jewelry necklace and re-knotted it. That's what I think. There's no clasp. It's still a really nice piece. It's still really fun. It is older. The black beads as well. The black glass beads. These are older black glass beads. It's still fun. It's still delightful. It's just faux pearls. You know, people couldn't afford real pearls. Not very many people in this country could for a long time and still can't. And I wish it would show you. There you go. It's cream. So this piece is $15. $15. And how long is it? It's a long piece. It's a long piece. That was the main reason I picked it up. I love the cream color and I loved how long it was. It is 28.5, almost 29 inches long. It's really, and so, you know, it's safe to wear. It's fun, like as if you're wearing real pearls. It has the heft and the weight because they're good faux pearls. But, you know, you're not, if you lose it, if something happens, heaven forbid, you know, you're not losing real pearls. If this was real pearls, whoo, I'd be asking probably $100. Not on YouTube. Not on YouTube. But probably about 60, 50. So that's this piece. Thank you for everyone who's here. Okay. Let me move back into an older, more interesting. I mean, it's all interesting. It's all fun. Again, it's just according to your taste. It's really just according to your taste. Oh, you know what else I got today that I'm going to be paying for 2 years on an installment plan? A new iPhone. Why did I need to do that? Oh, I hate doing that. Because, hey, Muppets, hi. Because my phone is my current phone that I'm about to swap over is 7 years old, and it's got really low storage. And, phones are really little computers. And I do everything on my phone. I mean, my Instagram, my PayPal, my YouTube, my emails, my banking, my notes, my music, my everything's on there. And so 64 gigabytes of storage is not enough for the huge apps that I have. So I bit the bullet and I got a new phone that has so much storage that I can go back to doing preview videos and posting and sharing things out. And I am excited. God, I'm not excited about paying money that I don't have, but I'm really excited that I get to start uploading videos again. I have not been able to do that for like a month. And so it doesn't help me because nobody knows what the heck, I have or what I'm doing. I can't share it. I can't announce it. Pain in the butt. Okay. So I got these 2 hours ago. These are, and I had a feeling and I looked them up and I'm correct in my feeling. These are beautiful peach stones, peach and pink, on what I believe to be very thin bronze. Yeah, me too, Muppets. It is exciting. Hopefully, I'll have that phone for another 7 to 10 years. But the other thing that these dang companies do is once your phone is older, they deliberately start slowing it down, and then there's no support, and they do this whole thing forcing you to buy one. So these are antique. These are antique. At first I thought, well, maybe they're just made in an antique style. But then I was able to do some really quick research, and no, I truly believe that these are antique. These are like Art Deco era. Now, this plastic up here, someone put on new posts. They did not have that original post. Another way I know that these are older is because the posts are extremely long. Extremely long. Posts are much shorter these days. But this is all my, 25 years of vintage jewelry knowledge, but I can always be wrong. But this is really what I believe. And then, they just inserted these huge peach, let me just double check this. Yep, glass. These huge, beautiful rhinestones, they come right out the back. They're just clamped in there in the front. You see that? This bronze, super thin bronze. It's not copper. They just clamped them in right there. And then they poke out the back. Hold on. But on the bottom, peachy pink rhinestones, they have the little prongs and they're inside the drop. Hold on. It keeps wiggling. That's driving me nuts. They're inside the drop. And so what I'm thinking these was something that was done Art Deco, 1920s, and they weren't like super high end, but they're not low end. And they're beautiful. They're just beautiful. So let's pretend I was wearing it. They're pretty long. I'll give you a measurement. And they're beautiful. And, you know, I could be totally out of my mind, and these could be like, you know, made in the year 2000. But I don't think so. I mean, I pick things up because I get like a, and then I bring them home and I'm like, And yeah, yeah. Yep. I just took the plastic off and I'm looking at the post back that I'm going to show you. And it was soldered on with a drop of silver, soldering iron, silver, you know, that little stuff. So, yeah, these have age. These have workmanship, or that wouldn't be there. Let me see if I can show you. So here's how long the back is. And do you see where am I? The soldering work. Let me put this little thing down and try to get that really. Can you see the silver where they soldered on the pin back? They would not, it would have been, if this was new, it would be all one piece of metal and there would be no need to solder on the post. So these, I really firmly believe these are Art Deco. That is what I believe. There is in the middle of this stone, the actual stone peachy pink Aurora Borealis comes through, but it's like that on both of them. So that's how it was originally. That is not wear. It's very thin. They're very light. And let me tell you now, I think they're really cool. What do you guys think? Thank you, Dandy. Dandy, drive safe. Okay, please drive safe. Don't get yourself in an accident. Please don't do that. That would make me very upset. I'd have to come down there and take care of you. Oh, they're almost 2.5 inches long. They're almost 2.5 inches long. And unfortunately, they don't have their original post back, but I think the plastic is better. They're very lightweight. And I would sell these today based on everything that I believe about them. Where did they go? $20. They're just, the stones are stunning. They are Art Deco. So that's 1920s, 1910s, right before the craftsman's era. I'm not saying that right, but you know what I mean. Yeah, $20. I'm having a hard time. Okay, good, Dandy. Good. These are ones I'm having a hard time not keeping myself because it is totally my style. Totally my style. So let me put them back in their bag. Oh, these ones don't have a bag. So I'm going to grab a bag because everything goes in a bag. Everything goes in a bag. We're not playing. I used to wrap everything in tissue paper and they each had their own box. Yeah, Dandy, I know, right? I mean, I can see bringing these a couple times and then being like, nope, I'm taking them. But I have that rule, keep 110 out the door. So again, you know, to anyone who's just coming in, or if you're watching in the replay, you can email me about an item, but you know, you've really got 24 hours on this one, or you're going to have to wait like 3 weeks. And 24 hours is pushing it, but you do 24 hours. Or if you come in late and you're interested in something like this, you know, put the little wheel at ×2, go through, see what I've shown, and drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat and say, you know, I'm interested in that. I want that. The other thing you can do while I'm doing this is call out and say, hey, do you have any bracelets? Do you have any necklace? I want plastic, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm good with that because that helps me. If you tell me what you're looking for, if I don't have it in this moment, I can look through at my stuff up at the homestead, or when I'm out pawing around in thrifts and antiques, I can be looking for that at a good price for you. So, you know, always, always let me know what you're interested in because I'm eclectic. And I will buy, I will look for stuff and I will do my best to find it. Okay. What am I going to do now? I have such a weird stuff. Okay. This is contemporary. This is contemporary. So to me, sorry. So to me, that means 2000 on is contemporary. Can I give you the exact? This was made in, you know, 2017. No, I cannot. But I love this one. I have one of these and I wear it all the time. It's a black plastic rose ring set up on this, you know, faux silver. It's a big, hefty one. And I remember these vintage. You know, I remember these in the 70s. I do. But this is not from the 70s. This is a repop. But it is great. It is really fun. And like I said, I have one. And the one I have fits this finger. This one, I have a ring sizer. On me, it's fitting my pinky. But now I have small hands that are a little stubby on the fingers. So let me give you the ring size of this. And this, that is centimeters. And I can't even begin to deal with that. This is size 7. Size 7. And it's really, really pretty. It's meant to look like carved bakelite, size 7. Now, my ring finger here is 7.5. So that's why it fits on my pinky. Size 7. And this is $6. And it is so much fun. If you like big, bulky rings, or you have like, you know, a young teen or whatever, this is fantastic. $7 for the rose. I thought I'd show you a few of my contemporary rings right quick. So this one would be, so this is also 7. And this is, oh, this is a nice big one. This is 9. This is size 9. And this is fun. This is gold tone. And it's really popping. $7. Thin band. Let me put this on. Size 9. Look at that. It's beautiful. So those two are 7. It's really pretty. And this is also 7. I'm just going to show, a few of these little rings because I'm at it. This is an 8.5. This is an 8.5. This one really comes off as a vintage. So does the rose. So does the other one. But, there's the rose and this one. Nice thick band. I love that it's this raised. And these are, they're plastic. 8.5. Just nice. Those are 7. And, they mix in with our vintage. So, and I have some other stuff like that, but I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on away from that. Let me find something entirely different. Okay. This is entirely different. So I have so many things over here. This is a carved tortoise shell bracelet. This one puzzles me. I think it's Bakelite. It could also be lucite. It could also be a thick celluloid. It is from the 40s or the 50s. I mean, this one is a little bit puzzling, but it's that wonderful tortoise shell design. It's really, look at it. It's so much fun. Hello. Sorry, you guys, I couldn't resist. And it just, look at all, I love tortoiseshell, clear tortoiseshell. Just the way everything comes through like that, I think it's wonderful. And it's a small one. Like, honestly, this will not go on my hand. And I'm small. I am small. So this was made in the 40s and the 50s when ladies were expected, and most of them were, or a lot of them were, teeny tiny little things. I mean, honestly, this is a piece I've had for a long, long time. One of my most treasured pieces, even though it didn't fit me. It didn't matter. Honestly, this piece could go all the way back to the Victorian era because it's just so tiny. And if anyone was interested in this, I've had this for 30 years and I can't wear it, but I've had it for 30 years. If anyone was interested in this, I'd sell it for $17. Isn't it fun? I just love all the different ways the light hits it and then the carving and, this is, if you like plastics, this is a piece of history. If you know someone with a tiny little hand, it would fit around my wrist. That's not a problem. It would fit around my wrist. It just won't go over my hand, even if I took my jewelry off, because it's small. Let me tell you, the opening in the middle, the diameter is just 2.5 inches. So I need a 3. Yeah, 17. So if you're just coming in and you go back and look, I'm not going to do a recap, and you see something you're interested in, please drop it in the chat. Okay. And if you're interested in something in particular, jewelry wise, drop it in the chat and I'll let you know if I have it. Okay. Now this piece is also from, the like 40s, early 50s. It will fit on my hand. It has wood with bakelite on top, black and white cream. However, it's seen some things. It's seen some things, man. So over here, you see how there's that. Now, does it go? Yes. It goes. Where'd it go? Where to go? Whenever you do that on StreamYard, it's like, where to go? See right there? Right there. The crack goes all the way through. It, I want to see if it was actually like glued or if it's just there because of the bakelite. It's hard to tell. It's there, but it's really hard for me to tell if it was like repaired or if it's just a stress fracture. It's very hard to tell because this is also, hold on. Okay, so the same thing is happening on both sides. And this is where they joined the black and white bakelite on top of the wood, and then they glued they glued those together. They glued it onto the thin piece of wood, right? So on both sides, it has that kind of stress fracture. So a part of me is thinking that it was just the stress of making this that created this. And in addition, based on how this one is, I'm actually thinking that it might just be where this joined and maybe the wood was also in two pieces. And so the whole thing was made and glued together at the time it was made, because it's at the joints of where the bakelite connects. So I don't think it's from wear and that it's coming apart. I think it's something to do with how it was manufactured in the first place. And it's just a nice, fun little bangle. And I'm about bangles all day long. I'm about everything. And it fits on my hand. No problem. It weighs nothing. And this, I'll let it go for $10 because of the age and the history. It's not going to come apart on you. It's really, it's a great piece. So this would be $10. And this goes over my hand and it has a lot of room. Look at how much room compared to that. So I believe this would almost fit a medium, as long as you can get it over your hand. So have you, we've all seen some things. We all have a few chips and cracks, right? So this would be 10. I love this thing. See, that's the problem, y'all. Everything, almost, when it comes to jewelry, almost every single thing that I sell, I love. And that's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah, this is a really fun piece. Not a repop, much older, just gorgeous. And if it's not bakelite, but I truly believe it is, it's No, it is. And so I guess the idea is like ebony and ivory, right? Which was ivory was very popular. Thank God we're not allowed to do that anymore. Muppets. Muppets is in. Muppets, I want you to be aware too that there are, God, StreamYard. Yeah, check the StreamYard. Cooperate with me. There's two tiny little cracks on the top of this. They don't go through. They don't go all the way down. When you're wearing it, it's not noticeable. But this has been around. This was worn a lot. So Muppets. I'm gonna count. Anyone who else is interested, got to come in at 11 or higher. So going once, going twice. Thank you, Muppets. Last call. Going thrice. Sold to Muppets. Muppets. Nice buy, Muppets. Nice buy. I really like this piece. Bracelet, wood, and bakelite. To Muppets. 410. Excellent. Excellent buy, Muppets. Good taste. You got good taste. Okay. What should I show you? I mean, I just, I have so many bounce around. So let's show you something that's like, it's vintage. These were commonly made, it's technically vintage in that 20-year thing. These were made they were really popular in like the 90s and the very early 2000s, really popular. But they were also a similar style with loads and loads of layers of beads in the 30s and the turn of the century. So they kind of brought it back again. And this is an artisan made piece. I believe I could be completely out of my gourd, and it could be, it could be some maker. But if it doesn't have a tag and it's not like true old vintage, then I'm clueless. I'm just clueless, which fits in with my life quite well. So it is this copper seed bead with pinks and a couple purple multi-strand collar necklace. Y'all remember when these were popular? Are you as old as me? It's got a great clasp. I like that about it. So how many strands are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strands. 7 strands, and it's got these gorgeous. Okay. So these are not vintage beads, but I want to try to show you. So like this purple one has these little like splotches of other colors. I don't know what it is. And this pink and very interesting shape has that gold coloration. Then you go down to like this pink, and it's just a pink glass. These are glass. These are they? One. Yeah, glass. Let me move this to here. So down in the main part, you get all this different cuts and colors, but it's all in the pink wave with the exception of a few like purple magenta pieces. And it's really fun. So let's see Let's see. I like it. I mean, this is, there's artisan style pieces that are more contemporary that they deserve their place. And this is one. So it is not a collar. It hangs right at my collarbones, right at my collarbone. So that's pretty sexy. You got brown hair like me. It goes really well. Look at that. It's really nice. Wow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And I've been looking for a necklace that would just fit like right there. Uh-oh. 1 in, 10 out. Oh, Lord. Okay, so it just hits at your collarbones right here, your clavicles. Top of your clavicles is in the back. Collarbones. And it is, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. It is hot in this room. My dad turned the heater up and then it's like a hot day. Old people do that. They turn the heaters way up and then you're like in a tropical paradise when you don't want to be. It's like, what is going on? So it's 12 inches on one side. So it's 12 inches drop, 24 inches all the way around. And I would let this piece go for 15. 15. There's, there's nothing happening in any way that's wrong with it. Nothing. Which is really nice because sometimes you get these, the strings with these seed beads and there's a couple missing or it's starting to come loose or just all this different stuff. And I love how it just layers up here and it's not too heavy. It's not too heavy. I think a few of these are glass and they are glass and maybe a couple plastic, but everything I'm tapping on feels glass, sounds glass. I could be out of my mind. No, I'm going to, okay. Hi, Becky. How's it going, lady? So 15, and I'm going to say there are glass, and then these ones with the speckle are plastic. Okay. So and this is glass. Nope, that's plastic. So the pink is glass. This pink here, that's plastic. But this big piece is glass. So it's a mixture, and that's why it's so nice and light. And it's not going to like pull you down. That's fun. This is terrible. This may be the one that I wind up keeping. So this was 15. This was 15 that time. I'm not kidding. This may be the one I keep. Uh-oh. But it fits so well right there. Becky, I watched a little bit of your sale, your second sale, and it was good. Same opinion. And anyone who is not subscribed to Becky should go check her out. Becky has a lot of good stuff. I sell with her pretty often, and she's really kind and thoughtful, and just she has a great collection of everything for good prices. So go check her out, please. Okay, let's see. Let's bring another necklace. What time is it? Okay, yeah. We're, trying to be mindful of my dad's dinner time, my dinner time, and I want to, after the sale, start putting things in boxes and weighing them so I can write it down for all my invoicing I need to do. So this is a really cool and it's probably early 60s. Okay, early 60s enameled choker collar piece. And it does not have a name. It does not have a name. But it does have this hang tag. So I find that interesting that it has a hang tag, but no name. That's unusual. This is white enameled on gold choker. No maker. It's just a simple little collar. It's really, really well constructed. I've had this for 30 years. Let's do it like this. It's kind of reminds me of like very Aztec. So I would bring this, and the way it's constructed, I'm saying 60s, but you know, it could move all the way into the 50s. This reminds me more of like a very more high-end Coro listener. Sometimes the earrings were signed and the necklaces weren't, but I can't say that it's whatever because I don't have a maker's mark on it. It's the type of thing with the enameling in the middle that it's not going to wear, doesn't wear, it doesn't come off. It's not pot metal. Pot metal, you know, underneath. It's the way they plated it, it's really good. And it has that great, we've talked about this, the construction where it joins together is really finely and carefully pushed over with jeweler's tools so that it's not just your findings, the little ring findings that open and then everything comes apart. That will never happen with this. And it's very articulated, which is really nice because then that gives it movement. Now it is going to be, you know, like a choker. It is going to be like a choker. And I'm so curious why it has this really nice hang tag. I mean, this is a piece. So when I was selling on eBay in 2001, back in the day when you mailed checks back and forth and people trusted, and, you know, you would wait till the check cleared. This is a piece I bought, and it was very collectible and high end back then. And that's why I've kept it all this time. And I've worn it, and my hair is all caught up in it. So this is about where it lays, above the collarbones, but not tight on your neck. And I'll give you a dimension. But it's really pretty, isn't it? And I think it just pops right back into the modern kind of tribal look. That's what I would go with. Okay, let's see. Got my hair on it now. You guys don't want my hair, do you? I will give you the dimensions. I can't believe there's no maker. I will sell this for $16 today. $16. And it is, let's see if I can try to get this together. It is about 16 inches around. So 8 inches by 8 inches. And it's it might be a little off because of the articulation. So this would be 16. I'm so glad you guys are here. You could be anywhere and you're here. I appreciate that. You know, I'm having a good time. I look forward now. You know, I just started this last week, but I look forward to my Friday sales because I don't, you know, I prepare. I gather all my stuff up. I put it over on the side in a box. I think about it, all of that stuff. But I don't make a huge price list, and I'm not stressed out, and I'm not worrying about, you know, the time and, you know, and just, I don't know. It just has a whole different vibe, and I like it. So thank you for being here with me. So I'm going to show a couple more things. You know, I have a lot of things to show, but I'm going to show this. So let me show this. Okay. I'm going to show these things. And then I have these other things, and, you know, we'll deal with that another day. So this is all of these, with the exception of this one, and I'll get there in a second, are modern contemporary rings at I'll do it like this. These ones are $4 a piece. Now, where am I? This one. This one is true vintage enameled on gold vintage ring from the 1950s or 60s. Okay, if you're interested in any of these, I'll give you a size. The rest of them are just fun vintage looking repops, but they're really fun. Like, look at that triangle and the colors in it. What did I say these were? $3 each? $3 each. I love that. And then see this, that orange coloring. You know, they're fun. And this one looks like a whole bunch of little diamonds and is really shiny on the front of the band. And then where am I? This blue one with like the sky and kind of it's raised. I don't know if that's a flower, and it has like a twisted band. And yeah. So these are $3 each. And if anyone's interested in them, I will tell you the size. All right. And I will always offer these little rings in different sizes that are between $3 and $7, even though they are modern, because they're fun and you can play with them and you can give them to your nieces. You can give them, you know, to they're great gifts. They're just fun, funky little things. This triangle, I'm really liking that triangle. And they're plastic. They're plastic. Where's the can never do this right. This is just plastic. They're not stones. A few of them that I've bought are actual stones, but the majority are plastic. Size for orange. Yeah, this the big fun one. It's fun. Size for orange is well, that one's a little tricksy. I'll go with size 7. It's size 7. So for me, because I wear a 7.5 on my ring finger, it fits here. Size 7. And there is no wear. That is my camera's picking it up really weird in the reflection, like there's wear on it, but it's not. There's no wear. So it's size 7. Okay. So I just wanted to show you guys that, and I always will because they're fun. Okay. I'm going to take these off, put them over here. And if you haven't noticed, I love rings. Okay, so Connie's going to take this one, and I am just going to say for $3, right, Connie? So, oh, now I'm doing it wrong. Sold to Connie. Thank you, Connie. $3. I'm going to write it over here. Orange ring. $3 right by your name so I don't lose it. Set it over here. All my little treasures. Okay. Thank you, Connie. I'm going to show you a few more things. I want to show you something that I think is really, really interesting that I picked up today. And I saw it in the case and I saw the price and I thought, you know, do they know what they're doing? And they do have a lot of really high price stuff and priced on the money stuff or priced where for resale, you know, sometimes I buy something and I only make $2 just because I want to share it and it's so cool. But this, they missed it. And I was talking to them and I was talking about jewelry, telling them I resell. And they said, oh, yeah, we have a lady who used to have a booth who comes in and prices our jewelry. Well, of course they do. But here's the thing. So often when people used to have a booth, they're running on what was happening 10 years ago. And they're not current on what's popular right now. And I lucked out with these. I mean, she just totally, it's not even about popular. She literally just missed the mark on these. And I'm so glad she did. Now let me figure out what's happening with it. Come on, man. It doesn't want to cooperate. What did it do? Come on. It's because of the way they hang. There you go. I got it now, I think. Did I get it? Did you get it? What are you doing, you thing? This is so weird. How did that happen? Okay, I promise I'll get it right. I don't know how it did what it's doing. I mean, I know how. I will show it to you, but hold the line. Hold the line. Hold on. I'll be right back. It's all going to be okay. I don't know. I think it's because of that. Yep. Oh, come on. It's because of that. Don't do this to me in the middle of a live, earrings. This is so rude. Okay, there you go. That's exactly what I thought. Okay. I put them in a bag and everything. Okay, there we go. These are worth waiting for. Come on. But they are, because it's on this thin wire. Look at these. These are these little dainty wires with these incredible clear sparkling rhinestones on there. So I'm going to show you the pair together, and they weigh nothing. And I'm going to show you one to have you understand. These are, I think these are from the 1920s. That's what I think. Okay. I believe that this is electroplated gold on the screw back. I believe that the wires were also, this was a very common thing. It was either just 10 karat gold or flashed electroplated. And I'll show you an example of that in a second because I'm wearing something that that's like that. This is electroplated gold screw backs. There is no maker's mark. The very delicate wire is also electroplated gold. And then they just soldered the little sparkling rhinestones right on to the wire. Super delicate work. The stones are perfectly fine. They're just set in there with, very small prong work. The wires are beginning to, because they go back and forth like this on your ear, and I don't think they were stored properly for a long time. The wire, the gold, thin gold electroplated wire is starting to have some wear. But these two are so like just borderline Art Deco movement. I don't even know. Now, the other possibility, because they're also kind of a little atomic, but not quite, is that they were very early 50s, but they're very fine, craftsmanship, and they weigh nothing. I mean, I don't even think I could get this to weigh on the scale. I really don't. They're just so dainty. And they're on this screw back. You see how it's like just gold colored? There's no maker. I can't believe it. These are a really great example of affordable costume jewelry back then. This is not a high-end maker, but it's not low end. It's just somewhere in between. Like maybe these would have been at a nice department store back in the 1920s, because the stones are not cheap in any way. So, and how long are these? They're so pretty. I mean, you can't take them off the screw, so you'd have to like close the screw back and then attach a little wire and then put them on a hook, which you could do all that. You'd have to figure something out. But aren't they great? Let's see how long they are. They're so delicate. And the price was just like ridiculous. 2.5. They're 2.5 inches long. So, you know, there is the wear to the electroplating of the gold beginning to happen. But they're really unique, really interesting. And I will sell these today for $10. I got them at a crazy, ridiculous good price. And they need to be rescued and they need to be loved. These are a very fine example of workmanship. And somebody needs to wear these. Someone would love them. $10. $10. Yeah, they are interesting, Becky. They're just you have to get them in your hand and see. The stones are so good. They're just so shiny. And then the craftsmanship is just like, it's like artisan, and then just electroplated with the screw back. They're really interesting. They're really interesting. Oh, Connie. Connie. I'm not even looking at the chat. I'm staring at the earrings because it's just so interesting to me. I don't know. Maybe they were, mass produced, but I don't know. Okay. So Connie is in. Someone have to come in at 11 or more. Going once. Going twice. Last call. Going thrice. Sold to Miss Connie Miller. Miss Connie Miller, I think you're going to love these. And all this stuff is going to go in boxes. Individual boxes, because the wire is just so thin and so delicate that I don't want it to get bent up in any way. So they will go in their own box, Connie. 100%. Where did we go? It was this one. Thank you, Connie. Okay, I'm going to show, I think, 3 more things, and then I'm going to call it an evening. And like I said, I got a bunch of stuff to start putting in boxes and weighing, and so I can do all this invoicing. I'm probably not going to do it tonight, but I've got to do it tomorrow morning because I've got a all day long, like from 1:30, I've got to leave 2:30 to like 9:30 event tomorrow that I'm really excited about, but it's going to be a lot. So I need to get my butt up and do a whole bunch in the morning, because then I get to go home on Tuesday. And I don't, a lot of you know, I take care of my 87-year-old father, and things have just been like slowly and now more rapidly. And I don't think I was able to go home for the first time in 3 years for 3 weeks, 5 weeks ago. And I'm going home for like 11 days this time. But I don't think I'm going to be able to actually go home anymore. Maybe like 4 or 5 days. And then real soon, I'm just going to be here and supervising other caregivers. So I'm really looking forward to taking my little bit of time and going to this event. And okay, so what is this? This is red glass rectangular necklace. And it is bright cherry red. My light is, see the bright cherry red? That's what it looks like. Glossy, bright cherry red rectangles with seed beads in between. This is (1930s), 1940s. It is strung on regular string. So I want to say a couple things about that. Oh, no, you know what I wanted to do? Hold on. Before that, I wanted to show you what I was talking about like gold and electroplating and how it was so common. So these bracelets that I'm wearing, this piece was electroplated and it's wearing off, and it's hard to see that because of the reflection. These are like my great aunt Ho-Ho's and my grandma's. This piece was electroplated and it's almost all showing just a brass now, super thin. The same goes, this piece was gold, and I never take these off. It's turning almost to like a coppery pot metal now, as opposed to like the mixed in real gold there. So that was just a really common thing that they did. You know, they just flashed it on, and then over time it comes off. It just rubs right off. So I forgot that I wanted to tell you guys that. Okay, so back to this. This, I have some theories about this. These beads, the seed beads and these rectangular red beads, these are, okay, I used to buy the cobalt blue and the morning jet black beads and red beads from this little place called Lace and Something, an antique store that only sold antique jewelry and antique beads that people had taken apart. And I coveted that place. It's still there. And if I had bought this, taken apart these beads in a tube back then, that was in the 80s, I would have paid about $30 or $40 for the beads. And it's only gone up in price. I firmly believe this to be 1920s or 30s, or possibly even seriously Victorian. And I know that sounds crazy, and people can dispute me, and that's okay. I've had it for a long, long time. This is really interesting and incredible. Now, what I'm going to tell you about this piece, though, is that while this is the original connector bead with the original connector inside of it, this clasp is not the original clasp. It's not the original clasp. It was added later, and it is restrung on sewing thread. That sewing thread was actually something that was used to make necklaces on the cheap, but this would not have been on sewing thread. So I believe that this broke and someone restrung it, and they're very, very thin holes. So instead of using what we would use today, which is like that kind of fishing line thing, they used sewing thread. They didn't knot in between. They added a new clasp, but they saved the necklace. So thank God for that. Oh my Lord. That sun is awful. Let's see if I can turn my computer. Look, I've got rainbows. I'm shiny. Sorry, you guys. So this is gorgeous. This, will it fit over my head without? No. I'm going to tell you the diameter, but let me put it on. So this is special. I've had it for a long time. It's really, I don't want to unclasp it. It's really cool. So whoosh, the sun is going down. It's coming right in here now. Okay. If I go like that, it probably hits somewhere around just below my collarbones, right around here, possibly as low as right about here. Okay. But I'm going to give you the measurements, and I'm going to put my hair up. Good Lord, that sun blazing in here is not good. 12 inches, one strand, so 24 inches. So yeah, 24 inches, it's going to hit somewhere right about here. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty sexy. And if I was going to sell this today, and again, it's cherry red. This is going to be $24. $24. It's just a beautiful, beautiful piece. And the glass is so pretty. These glass beads, it's so pretty. So, hey, Nightmare, what's going on? Nightmare, I loved your email today. That was thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. So this would be 24. It's just really, really nice piece. And, you all, I'm going to put my hair up. You all do your own research, and then the next time I show it, or, by tomorrow morning, that's as long as you've got, if you come in late or you're watching on the replay, hit me up and say, you know what? I'm dripping sweat. Just got so hot in here all of a sudden. I'm interested, or research it and go, you know what? Lucinda's crazy. What is she talking about? I completely disagree with her. And that's okay, because, hey, Nightmare, please do that. I'd love it. Because, people who deal in vintage jewelry, whether it's precious stones or costume, low end, medium end, high end, we have our knowledge. We know because we touch things, we play with things. We know the materials that are used, right? So we have a really good, educated guess. Or, in the case of people who sell, say, sterling silver, real stones, they may actually have like a certificate in metal. I can't. I don't know the name. But even they are still doing their best educated guess with what they know. And so that's what I'm doing. And I'm telling you things that I truly believe and I feel. But that doesn't mean there isn't like 10% room for error, because there is. In everything that I sell, I could tell you, anything I want and firmly believe that I'm right, and I could be wrong. So, I am good with people taking their time and doing their due diligence, and then waiting till it comes back around, or sending me an email, and just checking it out, because I'm not trying to swindle anyone. Absolutely not. And even my prices, my prices are actually a little on the lower end. You know, they're not low. They're like medium to 2/3, but I'm not asking what eBay would ask. I'm trying to be fair and share it along while also, you know, making it what it's worth. Because another thing, soapbox time. Here I go. Another thing, and another thing, and another thing. Oh. Hardcore Harry Mudd. Does anyone know that from Star Trek? Sorry. I don't want to be caught in a trap where I have to sell everything at a vastly lower price just to stay in the resale game, because I can't afford that. And it's not fair to me to, you know, say, oh, I'll take $10 for this. Now, if I had paid $1, okay, maybe. But, you know, don't I get to make a profit? I work really hard at this and I love it and I enjoy it. And it's my mental health, and you guys are my friends. But it's still a business, you know? So I don't want to sell everything so cheap just to move it out and make $2, because then I'm not making anything. So, you know, I'll get off the soapbox now. Yeah, I'll get right off of it. Okay, 2 more items and closed for the evening. Oh, I'm going to show you a couple buttons. So these are Renoir. These are Renoir. Music notes. Clip earrings. Renoir. Incredibly collectible. Always has been, always will be. The Renoir Matisse stuff is just, it's like one of my favorite loves. These are from the 50s or 60s. Copper. The black is deliberate. There's the name Renoir. That way. Renoir. It's not. I'm going the wrong way. There you go. Renoir. Really sought after. These are clip-on earrings. So if you can't wear clip-ons, you could use these as sweater clips. There's not a lot to say about them other than that they're Renoir and they're fabulous. And they're music notes, 2 different colors of copper. And I will sell these today for $14. I wish I had the necklace and the bracelet to these. I don't. You could probably find it online. So these are $14, and they are, let's see, like that. And I think they're about 1 inch. Yep, 1 inch. 14 today. Really nice. Okay, now, so what else do I want to show you? Just a couple things, and then boom, boom. Oh, I want to show you buttons. But just in case someone's, let me see. I want to make sure that I'm doing a good job. Heck with it. I'll show you this, and then I'll show you a couple. Oh, no. Rather than this, I want to show you this. Yeah. Oh, Connie. Connie, I don't know why I'm always surprised, but I always am. I'm always like, okay, I'm just moving on, and then I stop and I look at the chat, and I'm always like, oh, Connie's in. I don't know why I'm surprised. Bless your heart, Connie. Hold on. Okay, Connie. Going once, going twice. Last call. Going thrice. Sold to my buddy Connie Miller. Good call, Connie. They're so nice. Do you know jewelry, Connie? I feel like you have an educated eye. So let me take them away from here and put them where my soul tip is. Connie, I do. I feel like you have, let me type in soul too. I feel like you have an educated eye. Like as if you either have been collecting a long time or really? Okay. Because you're good at it. You are good at it. Okay, so I just picked these up today. I did pay up for them. They are very vintage and they are really freaking cool. So they're going to be a little bit higher priced than I would like to bring to you, but that's okay. They are two 1960s, 1970s. This dumb son. Hold on. Cloisonne bracelets. Let's see if I can show you one at a time. They're just a really nice gold, enameled, greens, pinks. What other color is going on here? The green is like, the green is like little tiny clovers almost. And then there's blue. And it's just it's the baked enamel in the gold over top. You can feel the gold lines on top, almost like a vine going along. It's really nice on this like brown. And then in the inside is this light blue. Are they light blue and red? Like floral, like flowers. Let me see if you can see that. Yeah, if you can see that, it's like a blue flower with a red center on the inside. Really, all the way around. Really pretty. And with my rings, they fit me over my hand with this much room to spare. So it's about the same as that. So I'm going with small. They're small, but I'll give you the diameter. They both, well, now, hold on. No, they're not the exact same. They're a little bit different. The second one is darker blue flowers in the center. And this light green with blue on the outside and pink. Totally, it's different. It's not the same. Well, and of course, because they're individually handmade, right? So, duh. Like, it must be getting to be that time where my brain is getting a little dumb. Oh, Lord. 2 3/4 inches. 2 3/4 inches. And so I paid up a little. So, but they're cloisonne. They're gorgeous. $20. $20. They're so pretty. I actually have never seen cloisonne bracelets. I mean, I see the pins. I see the micro mosaics. I've never seen bracelets. This is my first time. So, and they make a really nice, hold on. Hear the sound? They kind of jingle. They're fun. $20. Okay. Now I'm going to take those with me. Now, I just want to close on showing you. I've got a lot of other stuff, but I'm going to close. And I'm going to close with showing you. These are going to be $3 a card. And I want to, I've got a bunch of them, but I'm just going to show you a couple. Okay. These will look familiar to Miss Becky. And like I said, these are buttons. And people used to make, sweaters and sew these on their child's sweater or their little kids' dresses. It's just little accent pieces right here, the little girls' dresses. But me and my friends used to buy these and sew them on our shirts and on our jeans as like a raised patch. So they're called the buddy buttons. Buddy buttons. From Wang's International. This is little, like, crazy looking squirrels or something. That's all I could. There's 4 of them. And to me, they're crazy looking squirrels. And they're tiny. Made in Japan. This is probably, I think it's 1970s because that's when I used to buy them. So those are crazy squirrels. They're $3 a card. See? Decorate clothing, hair ribbon, trading with friends, collecting shoelace enhancers. I mean, see, back in the 70s, we did all kinds of weird stuff. This reminds me of Hello Kitty. I mean, how Hello Kitty is that? Choco Bunny, right? I'm telling you, look at that. They're very light pink, made in Japan. To me, this is Choco Bunny. Early version of Choco Bunny. This one is, I gotta tell you, I don't really know what it is. Like, I know it's a roller skate, but what else is it? If you guys have any idea, please let me know. Maybe it's a panda. I like to, what is that? Oh, I got a brand new pair of roller skates. You got a brand new key. I think that we should get together and try them out. You see, la 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 la. Yep, I can't sing. So I used to be able to. So roller skate, and I don't know, panda. I don't know, panda. Little cars. This is 1985. And that's really surprising. Nightmares. They're like driving their cars. This is super sweet. This can be $1.50. The strawberries. There's only 2. God, they're adorable. $1.50. These, some more like Hello Kitties. What's up with that? Little pink kitties with red eyes and whatnot. Just the strawberries are $1.50. The rest are $3 a card. Here is your football helmets. Go Packards. I don't know. Packards are green, right? Green and gold. Could be a panda, right? Green and gold. Go Packards. This is hecka cute. You got any tiki people? Parrot heads? 3 parrots. 3 parrots. Those are freaking awesome. Oh my God. And they say on the back that they are hand washable. Medium green. Oh, sold at Kmart. Yep. Know any parrot heads out there? There you go. Decorating for days. Yep. Go Pack Go. Here's some more footballs. That could be any old footballer. And then these are like completely different. And you can do a lot of stuff with it. Fishes. A whole tons of fishies. Fishy, fishy. Hey, fishy, fishy. I like the fishies. I could see making jewelry with these fishy fishies. I could see making a charm bracelet get a bracelet, just a chain. Do I have one? Get a chain. I have these things over here. Hold on. This one's not right. I thought I had another plain one. I don't. But not over here. But you get the idea. Like, I didn't show this costume jewelry with the pearl and gold. I would sell this for $5. This is 1970s, 1980s faux pearls. It's a small. It's really nice. No damage whatsoever. $5. But you see what I'm saying? Get a gold tone, just a chain, and hang the fishies. Hang the fishies. Fishies. And whoever, I know the person who sold these to me, but all the buttons smell like heavily like sage. So I think they smudge or something, because that's what it smells like. Not cannabis, but sage. So $5 for this little thing, and $3 for button cards, except the strawberries are $1.50 because there's only two. And yeah, that's what I got today. That's what I got today, tonight, whatever. It's been 2 hours, y'all, and I was able to just take my time, do a show and tell, be relaxed, spend time with some friends. I really enjoyed it. I really appreciate it. More than you know. Means so much to me that I get to come in this room and close the door and just be with my friends. My dad is really cute and a little annoying. He makes signs my whole life, and he puts signs up everywhere about how to work a breaker box. Don't move this towel. Leave the dishes exactly where they are so it's not confusing. It just remember to lock the door, like as if I would forget to lock the door. But they've been everywhere my whole life. And when he found out that I did live sales and I was going to start doing them here, he made a note that goes on the door of this office that says, live session in process, do not disturb. And it's on the door. So every time I close the door, anyone who comes in this house is like, whoa, what kind of televised event is going on in there? It's really cute. Anyway. And he really respects those. He really respects my boundaries about being in here. And, I go and check on him all day and all night long. So, except for when I'm dead asleep. I hear him when he gets up, but I leave him be. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Connie. I appreciate you guys. And the next time I see everyone, I'll be at my home. I will be home. I will be happy. Woo! So, hugs and kisses. Have a fabulous weekend. I'm sure I'm going to see some of you in another chat really soon. And then I'll see you Wednesday when I'm at home. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for showing up. Hugs, kisses. Have a fabulous weekend. Call a friend that needs you. Call an elder. Knock on the door. Be kind. Because we're all going to be there if we're not already. We all need it. Okay? Thank you.